All right, I'm gonna roll my shoulders down the back, and so are you, but you're not gonna turn, I'm just turning, okay, ready? So this is what, you maybe can't see it through my sweater. This is what we're doing, rolling our shoulders back and down the back. Grab your hands behind you if you can. If you can't get your hands, that's okay. We're just doing this motion. We're gonna do it over and over through the course of class, so this is it, okay? So we got our feet on the floor and we're rolling our shoulders down the back. Chin comes out of the chest. And then exhale forward. This is a cat tuck. And then inhale up, cow lift, lift up your chin. Exhale forward, cat tuck. Inhale up. All right, we're moving. And let's do a little twist. Take your legs apart like this. We're going to take this right elbow down onto our right knee. And lift up that hand in like a ballet dancer arm like this. Try to keep your body all in alignment. And here's where you're going to want to feel it. Feel it right there. Side body opening. If you've got flexible shoulders, don't take your shoulder up like that. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to feel it in here. And breathe and really feel it. And you can look up if you want to, or you can look down if you want to. And now let's turn our body over this leg, this is our right leg, and come down over it. Finding a little forward bend. You may feel this in your hip. That's good. It's a hip release. And then walk your hands hand over hand. Ooh, to the other side. Don't fall off your chair. And come down over this one. Left. And if you're like, are my legs supposed to be working here? Are my leg muscles on? Yes. Legs are working. They're holding us up. We're kind of not in an extremely balanced position right here. But we're also stretching into these hips. We're stretching the lower back. Now take your left hand onto your left knee. Right arm goes up, ballet dancer arm. Tuck that shoulder in. Look up at it if you can or you want to. Again, feeling this stretch in the side waist and the side ribs. Good. And then lift up both of your arms. Let's take them both up and look up at them. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale into your heart. This time when you inhale them up, see if you can find a little back bend in your lumbar spine. Like stick your butt out and take your shoulder blades back. Like, Next time I won't wear a sweater. Like that. And exhale your hands to your heart. One more time. And then this time we're going to cross our right leg over our left. And we're going to take this right hand and twist like that. Push the right hand into your knee and grab the back of your chair. Oh, and twist. Good. And then take that back hand up across the sky. Cross them, your elbows on top of each other. Wrap your arms this way if you can. We're going to do this once. Inhale up. Exhale down. Really feel it. Release that. And now take your legs out straight in front of you. If you can do this. It's kind of hard. We're working our core. We're working our quads. It's called Dhanurasana. No, it's called Dandasana. I realize you're looking at the bottom of my feet. Maybe kind of gross. Dandasana. Working the core. And if you can't do your legs, like if the leg thing is not working for you, still feel your core. Still really work it. Now let's just be here and see if you can find those same shoulders as before. Rolling them back and down your back. Good. Take them down. Take your hands to your heart. Inhale your arms over your head. And this time let's consciously stretch our chin. Stretch the place between your Adam's apple and your chin. So take your bottom lip above your top lip. Like that. Like that. And feel that stretch. Feel that stretch. Good, and then take your left leg over your right, and let's twist this way. Oh, twisting in a chair is so good. It's much better than twisting on the ground, I think. Good, take that back hand up across the sky, elbow on top of elbow. Twist your arms around, inhale them up. Exhale them down. Just one time. Oof. And let's undo that with the same kind of heart opener that we've been doing now, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. This is called cobra. And cobra is basically just this motion, this shoulders back and down the back thing. We do it as a part of a whole bunch of poses in yoga. And I love it because it fixes a lot of things that are wrong. Let me show you what it fixes, okay? It fixes this. It fixes those computer shoulders and the driving back. Oh. Come into your cobra again. Yeah. And then sit on, I don't know, like the middle of your seat. And take your left foot over your right knee. And see at what point you start to feel your left hip. You can flex this foot if you want to. Getting inside that, we're getting inside that hip. Find that place. You're going to feel it. And when you feel it, just lean on it. Just lean forward a little bit. Don't want to feel it in this knee. You just want to feel it in your hip, okay? Find that spot. We do 2 basic things in yoga, and the first is this, what we're doing right now, stretching. Getting inside of muscles. Rejuvenating them. The second is strengthening. We build muscles. But they have the same purpose. In both cases we're looking to clean out the muscles and make them younger. So lean into this hip, clean it out. Good, and sit up. And now we're all million of us, gonna turn sideways on the chair. And, wait a second, first like this. First find your cobra arms, your cobra shoulders, right? Don't grab your hands, just let your hands be to the sides. And then lean back like there was a chair there and somebody took it away, okay? And you're feeling your core's coming on, right? So that's your pose, unless you feel like lifting up your legs too. Which is, I admit, really unstable. Probably don't want to do this on a chair, except if you do. So one way or another, here we are, working our core. Feel it. Woo. And then come down and put your right ankle on your left knee. Like that. Yeah. Same thing as before. We're just gonna lean into it until we feel something in the hip. Oh, this is a really good one. I like this one. You can put your hand on your foot. See, my foot's really dirty. You can put your hand on your foot, which is in itself a really interesting sensation. The feet have some kind of enormous number of nerve endings on the bottom. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like 40,000. Huge number of nerve openings. Nerve endings. And come on up. Take your feet to the ground. Sit up tall. Let's take our left ear to our left shoulder. And exhale forward. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale forward. Keep going like this. Go slowly. And if you feel any spots where you want to stop, then stop. For people who are pretty strong or pretty high energy, or who do a lot in their day, these are the hard kind of yoga poses. The ones where you really have to just focus and be present. It's hard. Next time your head comes to center, pick it up gently. And I'm going to try a new one here. We're going to approximate a pose called Natarajasana, which is called Lord of the Dance. What we're going to do is we're going to scoot all the way to one edge of your chair. It doesn't matter, pick one. I'm at the right edge. And we're going to take this foot back and grab it like this. Now you want to be kind of all the way, like one butt cheek on, one butt cheek off, basically. And then grab it like that. Ooh, and we're balancing. And we're stretching this quad. Okay, first we're going to start out just by stretching the quad. And feel how this rearrangement in your balance is doing different things to your spine. Kind of interesting. In Natarajasana, we have our arm up like this. So maybe do that too. All right, so that's a quad stretch. By the way, this is your quad. Feel that releasing. And if you want more like strength or whatever in this, maybe you do, then you can kick back with that leg and lean forward a little bit. Don't fall off your chair. But just, at this point it's kind of a back bend. Good. All right. And then from there, come back around, put your right foot on your left knee again, and come down into that hip again. Good. All right. Take your feet to the ground. Let's do a cow lift and a cat tuck. So take your hands on your knees and inhale. Your cobra. Cat tuck. Chin goes up. Exhale. Cow lift, sorry. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale. Cow lift. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale, cow lift. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale, cow lift. All right, so let's do that thing on the other side. Scoot over until you're half on, half off your seat. Make sure your seat's pretty stable. You could totally kill yourself here. And then we're gonna pick up our left foot. For me, it's the left. Maybe you did the other side. And you know, come to think of it, I said before, put your arm up like this. I think maybe the arm is better here, holding onto the chair. Just for stability's sake. But see how you feel. Releasing that quad. Doing a lot of leg stuff today. A lot of first chakra stuff. And then if you want to make it harder, then kick back. Turn on that hamstring. So right here, we're stretching the quad. If you want to do the more sort of advanced version, then you're going to make this hamstring right here, that's the back of your leg, and your calf muscle, turn them both on. Engage them like you're in a chair pose with that leg. Natarajasana. And what it's going to do is it's going to make this curve in your lumbar spine. Interesting. You can look up if that feels okay. Good. And then come around and put your left ankle on your right knee. And brush all the dirt off your foot. And then lean forward into that left hip again. This feels good. It's a good one. Good. Come up. I'm gonna continue with some more hip opening. It dawns on me that this would not be a very good sequence for people in wheelchairs. But if you're relatively fit and flexible, you might enjoy doing this in your chair. So here's what I'm going to do. Take this right foot, mine is my right, yours is maybe the left, and point it towards, I'm pointing it towards the camera, you point it towards whatever, and then the left foot comes on top. So we're still in our chair. We're still in our chair. And what this is, you can feel it, it's a double hip opener. It's good, right? If you get good at this, then you can squeeze yourself into this and into really any place and always do a hip opener. You can do a hip opener at your desk. You could do a hip opener on a plane. It's good, it's powerful. And if it feels too intense on your hips and you need to have this one just pointing up instead of forward, that's okay. Just come in this direction and find your hips releasing. Ultimately, for really flexible hip people, this is a forward bend, and so you might, there's no way I could do this, but if I had a desk here, like some of you guys maybe do, then I could lean down on my desk and feel the release in my hips. I feel it anyway, it's all right. I'm going to add some arms to this pose because this is shoelace pose and it's actually half of cow face pose. I don't think I can move from here to get something like a strap. I'm going to use this stick right here. So in cow face pose, I always like to have a strap because I just like to have it, and you'll see why. So take your arms out to the sides and use a strap or a stick or whatever you got handy. Have it in your right hand. Take your right hand forward, up and back, and grab your right elbow with your left hand and wiggle into that shoulder. And you can press your head back against that arm if you want to. And then take that left hand around and back and grab your stick. Oh, I'm going to have to turn and show you this, aren't I? Darn. You're not turning, I'm just turning. So my legs were in that crazy pose, and then I'm grabbing my stick like that. Or like a ruler or a belt or a yoga strap or whatever. And you know, if you can grab your fingers, that's fine. But also just feel free to use something. You're still going to feel it in your shoulders. All right, release out of that. And let's come into another boat. Just clearing it out, working the core a little bit. If you feel all right, you can come down into a hollow body like that, and then back up into a boat. I realize this is like really dangerous. Don't do it if you don't like it. Good. All right, and then let's cross our legs the other way. So I think I had my right leg underneath, so I'm going to put my left leg underneath and the right leg on top. Just finding that same pose that we just did, the shoelace pose, but in the other direction this time. And what you're going to feel when you arrange yourself right is that same hip opening, but different, because our legs are stacked differently, and so we feel it in different degrees in the hips. And then take your stick, or whatever you got, and take it in your left hand this time. Take your arms out to the sides. Take your left arm forward, up, and back. Grab your left elbow with your right hand. And take your head and rest it back against your arms. And then take this hand around and back, and you're grabbing your stick or whatever you're using. Let's see if I can even find my stick. There it is. You feel right away what the purpose of this is. One shoulder is stretching backwards, one shoulder is stretching up, and both hips are stretching. We're kind of balanced precariously on a chair. This pose is probably a little better on a mat, but I like it because it's really liberating. You know, you could really pretty much be doing anything at your desk and be sitting like this and releasing your hips. It's nice. Good, okay. Release your arms. And let's take the legs out to the sides. We did this once already. Let's do it again. Take them out to the sides like this and put yourself somewhere on your chair where it feels good to bend forward. And then come down forward, feel your adductors releasing. And take your hands, maybe you want to take them to your desk. Maybe you want to take them to the floor. You're just finding a place where it feels good on your low back and where it feels good on your adductors and where you're like, oh yeah. Good, and when you're ready, inhale up. Take your arms up over your head. Exhale your hands to your heart. That's our practice. Namaste.